All right, we are live. All right, guys, round two. Gonna be doing some flat smacking out here, so bear with me. I'm just getting set up here. How do I have a thumbs up and nobody's watching? How's that possible? What? Oh yeah, there is somebody there. Hello. Back at it again. Yes indeed, sir. Yes indeed. How you doing, Seattle? Sorry, I got my brightness turned down. German R, what's up? How you guys doing? Yeah, back at it. I'm just setting up. Ah, there we are. Okay. Still live. How you guys doing? I hope you're having a great day. I'm just making sure everything's set up good. I have, this time I'm using a selfie stick. Actually just setting it up right now. Oh, that's a lot better. Bring it in a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Just gonna leave that like that. All right. How you guys doing? So yeah, I'm flat smacking actually at this same location. I was gonna go further down at this one spot that I picked out before, but I got there and there's a bunch of guys doing like work there. So I wasn't sure if it was cool or not. So I was like, you know, it's private property, so I was gonna hang on the outside of the fence. So I decided not to, and I'm gonna stick with the city property location because it's like city property and not private, you know. But yeah, man, I hope you guys are doing good. So let me see. Okay, so I'm good with battery. I did bring a charger this time. Last time I was running out of juice at the last minute. So just give me a second, guys, while I get set up. Make sure this is not too wobbly. Oh man, that's really wobbly. There we go. That's tighter. Tight like a tiger, guys. Tight like a tiger. All right. I did bring amplified sound if I need it, but it seems like I'll be all right. Get the charger going. I don't want to run out of juice this time, so taking all of the precautions I need. Man, I wish I could tie that around this. Ooh, bungee. Ooh, bungee. 1 second, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Tight like a tiger. Oh. In the ground. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right. Well, okay, that's not gonna work. No problem. Just keep it in my pocket. In my pocket. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing great today. It's actually pretty beautiful outside, but you know, they were spraying earlier. They had the chemtrails out, as per usual. Let's see if I can put this in my pocket. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's fine. All right, sweet. So I got some flyers here, got some backup ones over here. Stock it up. And I'm gonna turn the brightness up so I can actually see what you guys are saying. All right, there we go. I think we're set. We're all set, guys. So yeah, man, another great day flat smacking in Chicago. So it turns out I got another job offer and I'm gonna take it. So I'm gonna actually quit my other job. I'm gonna go tell them today. Give them some notice, you know. But yeah. So good things on the horizon. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. So this time I brought bungees because last time I was using like paracord, and the problem with that was I had to constantly be tightening it, but this stays a lot tighter. So very good. There we go. Much better. No more crookedness. How's it going? Let's see, who is that? Oh, Teddy C. What's up, man? Teddy! All right. I think I got it this time. Not as horrible as last time. So hopefully we get some good conversations, guys. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if the audio's good, all that stuff. It's bordering on the power button. I'm just gonna slide that over. All right. I think we're good. Sweet. So yeah, guys, it's pretty sunny. It's actually kind of warm. Beautiful weather. There's supposed to be like a Cubs game today, so I thought this would be a good time to do it, since there's a lot of people driving around looking for parking and stuff. So, and we're fairly close. I mean, we're not that close to Wrigley, but we're like about 10 minutes away, 5 minutes away, and more like 7 minutes. So yeah, guys, so good to be here. Yeah, I really don't have that much to talk about, so I'm just kind of waiting for people to come by and get some dialogue. And at least all the cars are seeing the signs, so that's good. Getting some lookers. Now let me switch the camera around. She's looking. Hey, how's it going? Heard about Flat Earth? Okay. All right, I could dig it. This is a good setup. Yeah, works for me, man. Make sure power's on. So yeah, just hanging out. So I got some new stuff to talk about today. I think I'm gonna focus on a couple different flat earth facts. Talk about selenium. I did want to get into the light shining on a surface thing. Here, I'll show you guys. So I always like this proof because it's pretty easy to prove, you know. I mean, if anybody's seen a sunset, they would know if the ocean were curved, you wouldn't have that light reaching your feet. So I'll talk about that. Talk about a couple other things and see if people are receptive and if they're actually interested in looking, knowing the truth. Hey, what's up, man? Take it. You're not okay. You think this is fake. That's why, right? I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah, no, you're totally right, actually.
Yeah.
The Earth is flat.
So
Like
what makes you think?
Measles vaccine is that's horrible stuff, man.
So what do you think? What do you think about, like, you know, what's your proof for the ball? Like, how do you know you live on a spinning ball?
Yeah, I know, right? Doesn't make sense.
Is it authority?
You slide off, right?
No, I'm just saying.
The edge, right?
Yeah, like, you know, it's a ball. Like, how are people on the bottom side of the ball?
Like, how does a bear bounce on a ball in a circus?
Do you want to have a real conversation and not, you know, mock me?
He has to step off the ball.
You don't want to have a real conversation? I mean, seriously, do you have any proof that you live on a spinning ball? You don't.
You're right. Gravity is a theory.
It is.
You know, everything in science is a theory. Technically, everything in science is wrong.
So what's your best proof?
I don't know.
You don't have any. That's the point.
Damn,
See,
you changed my mind.
no, I didn't change your mind. You're mocking me, but still, you have no proof you live on a spinning ball. You just have an opinion. That's all you have. I have proof that I live on a flat Earth. You don't.
Good stuff.
You should take a picture of it.
Photography. No existing pictures of such.
So first of all, I mean, we can see way too far. Yeah, it's on here if you want to take a look, man. No, you don't believe anything, man. You believe you live on a ball, which is just a religion at this point, you know? Because you're appealing to authority, right? They're telling you.
Are you an atheist?
I am not an atheist. That would be ridiculous. You live within creation. How can you be an atheist?
Okay, because you said religion disparaging almost. So it sounded like you didn't like religion.
No, I'm just saying, I know that God exists. I don't have to believe that God exists. That's no longer a belief. Once you understand that this is creation, how can you see any other way? I mean, like, to think that you evolved from a monkey is just kind of ridiculous. Oh yeah, dinosaurs are a hoax.
Yeah, are a hoax.
Yeah.
Also, the moon landing is fake.
Yep.
FEMA's got death camps set up around America.
I don't know, that's your opinion.
I mean, no, dude, I mean, this goes really well together. I think you're missing a couple things here, but otherwise, pretty solve.
So I think it's interesting that you'll sit here and you'll mock me, but you won't actually have a real debate or conversation. Because
Oh.
what, are you afraid that I'm going to prove you wrong? Is that what it is?
No, I mean,
I'm serious.
I
Like,
mean,
no,
yes,
because
that-
you
that'd
feel
be
like the
absolutely
mocking route is
terrifying.
probably the easiest way to handle it, so that way you don't have to accept real evidence. You know, you
Yeah.
could dismiss this and laugh and walk away, or you can actually go and prove it for yourself. See, that's the problem, is that you're probably too confident in your lie that you're not even going to look. So, had you looked, if you did look,
Yeah.
you'd realize that everything you have is a fallacy. It's all built on appeal to authority.
All just a fallacy. So do you consider yourself an anarchist?
I don't believe in government as per se, but I'm not an anarchist.
That's pretty anarchistic. That's actually extremely anarchistic. So you're an anarchist Christian who believes that the earth is flat.
So you want me to add anything more to the table to make it way easier for you to dismiss this truth?
No, I'm just trying to understand.
No, I can. I could say crazy things, you know, like I can say, you know, aliens are fake, right? You know, outer space is fake, right? You know that. So here's some more to mock, because when you go home and you mock this, you're the fool, because you actually never looked.
You're right. No,
Yeah.
Did you? What was your upbringing like? You from Chicago?
Oh, you want to mock that too, right? You want?
No.
I grew up in a poor family, so
curious.
therefore I'm stupid. I didn't go to a good school, so therefore I'm stupid.
Just curious.
Is that what you want? I can give you more ammo, but you know, regardless, you're the one who's walking away. You're the fool, because you're gonna think
I'm the
that
fool.
this is
Sure.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm the fool.
You're
Sure,
gonna
I'll
think this
accept
is
that.
ridiculous.
I do think it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
believe it. Yeah.
and that's fine. That's fine. And you're entitled to believe in fairy tales. If you want to believe in Santa, if you want to believe in the Easter Bunny, you want to believe in the ball, sure. Oh, God's ridiculous. Right? Okay. Well, then you know we have nothing to talk about here, man. Because you're gonna just mock. You're not gonna look at real evidence. I have real evidence for you, but you don't want to see it. You don't want to hear it.
I mean, I don't know what you mean. I mean, I'm looking at your stuff. I'm
You're
allowed
looking
to
at it.
Be, doubtful. Isn't that the
Sure,
basis
sure.
of a good conversation? It's
Oh
doubtful.
yeah. No, but you're not having a conversation. You're mocking me, and I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to engage, and you're dismissing. So that's not a conversation. That you've already made up your mind in your head. You already know the truth in your mind. So we have no conversation. Now it's just you're just ordering me to think in a
The
certain way.
properties of water is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it always remains level. When does it curve? How can you prove that it curves?
How do you prove that water curves?
Yeah. At what extent does water curve? You know, like how far do you have to go to see the ocean actually curve? Like how many miles?
See it because our vision doesn't allow for the curvature of the earth. That's
We
the
can
basis
see
of it.
1,000 miles into the distance. Does that make sense to you on a ball that's 25,000 miles in circumference? Does that make sense?
25,000.
25,000 miles in circumference. Yeah. Does that make sense?
That you can see 1,000.
You can
feet?
see 1,000 miles, not feet.
I don't think you can. The horizon is 2 miles away. You can
With
see 1,000
you've heard about the
miles?
new P900
Wait.
camera?
Wait. You think you can see 1,000 miles?
Oh, dude, you don't even know. You haven't even looked.
Wait. You think that you can see 1,000 miles?
You think you can't. You
Wait,
think
so
you can't.
When you go up to the Hancock Tower and you
Uh-huh.
get up to the 77th floor.
With
you
my
can
own
see-
eyes?
You can see
No.
California and beyond?
That's not 1,000 miles away. That's
Yes,
way
it
further
is.
than 1,000 miles, my buddy.
Dude, you can see
California, you're
Okay, so you can see St. Louis. You can see St. Louis.
you could probably get pretty close to the Rockies, man. But look, you need to look
can't
at this
fucking
information.
See St. Louis.
Dude,
Dude, you're
go to
wrong.
Jay Tullen Media on YouTube.
No. Let's
He's
stick with
done
what we're talking
experiment
about.
after
No,
experiment.
no.
This is exactly
You
what
don't-
we're talking about.
I'm bringing
Oh
you
yeah,
evidence.
go ahead.
You're not believing.
Bring me your evidence.
You said 1,000 miles.
I'm telling you,
can't see
you don't want to
1,000
believe it.
miles.
Do you want to look for yourself?
How can you see 1,000 miles?
Do you have a phone on you right now? I can show you. You can see 1,000 miles right now.
It's been great.
Oh yeah,
It's
okay.
been great.
Dismiss me. You're the fool. Go for it.
You enjoy.
Yeah. Enjoy your intellectually stunted life. You know. Hey, how's it going, man? Heard about flat Earth? So, real quickly, come here. Let me show you something. This right here, this is at 120,000 feet. Okay? So, you shouldn't be able to see a flat line because NASA, they show us an actual curve. And they actually show it at 100,000 feet. And that's 120,000 feet. Now, we know that water always remains level no matter what. You know, you could put a curve under it all you want. It's always going to go flat. Yet, they tell us that on a ball, water is actually doing this. Does that make sense? Water doesn't do that. Water doesn't conform to the exterior shape of a surface. One more thing. If you come over here, this is Chicago. This is Chicago from 60 miles away. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the curvature calculations, but you shouldn't be able to see Chicago at 60 miles away. This is the calculation right here. It's 8 inches by the mile squared. So you should be able to see that drop. There should be a hump of water distorting almost the entire star except for the antenna. But yet you can see it all the way up to the ground level on good conditions. So what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants to mock this. Like that gentleman that was just here, all he didn't even listen to me. He just kept saying how ridiculous. He said, because I believe in God, I'm ridiculous. Because I think this, I'm ridiculous. But nobody wants to look at the evidence. If people actually looked at the evidence, it would change their life. Now, you've watched a sunset before, right?
Yeah.
Now, the light reaches your feet when you're watching a sunset, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know you can take a board all you want and you can shine a light on it. If you curve that board, that sunset light would never reach the other end, because that's not how reflections work. It has to be flat in order to produce that effect. So if the ocean is actually curving, how are you getting that sunset up to your feet, even after it passes the horizon? How is that possible?
I don't know, but I don't believe in a flat earth.
You don't have to believe. I didn't believe in a flat earth, but I looked at the evidence, and you know what? Truth trumps belief. No matter what you believe, if you look at the evidence and the evidence tells you otherwise, it trumps belief. Regardless of what you believe, truth is truth. That's my point, is that everybody wants to think that flat earth is a belief. There's nothing to believe here. You can do your own experiments. You can actually conduct your own experiments. Like, I mean, when you're looking at water on the horizon, they say it's supposed to curve this way, right? But you live on a ball, it curves in every direction. So why can you measure up and you can see something that's maybe like, 50 or 30 to 40 miles, in length, and yet you can hold a straight edge up to it and it's completely flat, and that's supposed to be 30 to 40 miles? How is that possible? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, look, regardless of what you're gonna think, I thought this was ridiculous. I've been looking into this for years, man. And when I first looked into this, I thought this is the dumbest thing in the world. But once I started realizing that there's actual evidence to support this, I can't dismiss evidence. I can't just let go truth. If you can take a P900 camera, are you familiar with the Nikon P900?
No.
It's the newest, farthest rated zoom. It's got actually P1000 now. So people are actually zooming in on stars. Now, I don't know if you understand how optics work, but if you're zooming in on a star, and we're just talking about visual zoom, we're not talking about digital zoom, we're talking about actual lenses, right? How can you zoom in on something that's billions upon billions of light years away? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how ridiculous is that? Unless the stars are actually closer than you think. And then when you do zoom in on these stars, they don't look like balls of fire. They look like actual watery blobs of plasma. They don't even look like they say. If you ever saw the experiment, A Star in a Jar, where they use cymatic sound to actually create a point of light in water? Well, a lot of people think that the firmament is actually composed of water or some sort of liquid. And there could be some sort of cymatic effect. Now, if you heard of Nikola Tesla, Nikola Tesla said the Earth is not a planet, it's a realm. And he says the sun, moon, and stars are all fixed above it using electromagnetism, and that's how they rotate over the North Pole. So when people think flat Earth, they think like the sun is actually going around the disk like this, but that's not true. This is actually what's going on. The sun and the moon and the stars are actually above it, and they're rotating around the north. North is in the center. So this is magnetic north. You know how speakers work, right? A speaker magnet has the North Pole in the center, and then the South Pole is on the outer rim. So it actually works very similar. You have the North Pole in the center, you got the South Pole in the outer, and then everything is revolving around it. Now here's the crazy thing, is that you see the stars, right, at night, and you can see constellations, right? And we're talking about thousands upon thousands of years, and we have the same constellations, and yet we're moving in three motions. We're spinning in our solar system. The solar system is actually moving, and we're actually traveling around the galactic center in three different directions, and we see the same stars year after year after year, and there's no parallax. Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. There should be parallax. We should be having new constellations constantly. There should be new ones discovered and created all throughout the decades. But we don't get that. We get the exact same stars, sun, moon, everything in the exact same position. And you know what the crazy thing is? They say eclipses and all that prove the ball. Eclipses and even comets and everything, meteor showers, have all been pre-figured out way before the globe was even invented. And they used flat earth mechanics. They actually used like a flat plane with a celestial sphere above it rotating, and that's how they figured out where everything belongs. You've heard of the there's like a bunch of things. There's a theodolite, there's an astrolabe, and these instruments haven't changed in thousands of years, and they're still relevant today. That's physically impossible. like they shouldn't be working. There should be stellar drift. You should be able to like, you should have to go back and reprogram these things or redesign them so that they match the stars accordingly. But they don't. They don't. They're always in the exact same spot. As if this was all just, it's like a clock. Think of it like that. Like, you know, just like a clock, you know, you have the sun and the moon traveling around in a circle. Now here's one more thing. This is going to sound ridiculous. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm sure you've seen the moon up in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you know about a diametric pole, like the opposite side of the ball? If you're standing on one side of the ball looking up and somebody's standing on the opposite side of the ball looking down, how do they have a moon and you have a moon at the exact same time? What do we have, 2 moons? Do you see what I'm saying? You know, you got the ball, right? One direction, I see the moon here. This guy's looking in this direction and he sees the moon here. How is that possible? Well, if it was flat, I can see the moon here, I can see the moon there. Now the moon is actually on a different circuit than the sun. They just put it here to help you understand it. But think of this, the sun's a little bit closer. So it's set a little closer, so when it actually travels away from you, just like perspective, the ceiling actually reaches the floor and then the floor reaches the ceiling. So, you know, we know that that hallway is not touching the floor on the other end, right? That ceiling is not meeting the floor on the other end. We know that that's how perspective works. Everything converges. So when you see a sunset, the sun is actually traveling away from you. And the only reason why it seems bigger on the horizon, it magnifies, is because we have water and all these things in the air, particulates, right? And because it's denser things will fall. If you look up, it's thinner atmosphere. But if you look out, it's thicker atmosphere. So as the sun travels away, it magnifies. So that's why it looks like a sunset reaching the edge of the earth. But that's not what's happening. It's just traveling above in a circuit. And all you get in is perspective. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you have any questions? Because, I mean, if you do, I would love to answer them.
Why do you believe in a flat earth?
Well, I didn't believe in a flat earth. I found out the earth was flat. I did my own experiments. I actually was on the other side of Michigan. I didn't take this picture per se. This is Joshua Nowicki. But I was on the other side, about 40 miles, and I can still see everything from top to bottom. And I know I shouldn't be able to see that. And then I actually did research into the topic, and I found out that there's way more evidence to support this than the ball. That was the problem, is I went back and I started looking at the ball earth, right? And I was like, heliocentrism, right, it all should work, right? And then I found a lot of contradictions, like the moon problem. Have you ever heard of a selenium eclipse? Okay, selenium eclipse is when you have both the sun and the moon up in the sky. You got the sun there, you got the moon there, and then the moon, which is supposed to be blocked by the earth, is blocked from the top, not the bottom. So what we're seeing is the moon blocked from the top, still in the sky, sun's still in the sky. So how's the earth even in between it? And not only that, how's the earth not in between it, and the shadow's on the opposite end? That's a contradiction to the heliocentric model, period. That shouldn't even exist, but it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't exist. It's ridiculous.
Well, what do you think happened? Why do you think?
Well, the moon is actually its own light source, and you can test this for yourself. If you have a thermometer, or like one of those laser thermometers that you check your barbecue with. Are you familiar with those?
No.
Okay. Well, you could take like a thermometer, even like you can just use a regular thermometer. You can put it in a glass of water and stick one in the moonlight and the other in moon shade, both outdoors. And what you'll find is the moonlight is always colder than moon shade. So let me explain. So sunlight, when it casts a shadow, right, the shade is cold and the sunlight is hot. Well, the moon is similar. The moonlight is cold and the shade is warm. So if the moonlight was, bouncing off, like, let's say sunlight, then it would still be warmer than the shade. But it's not. It's the exact opposite. It's almost as if they are, you ever heard of the yin and yang? I mean, you've heard of the yin and yang.
Yeah.
So the yin and yang is basically a flat earth map looking from the top down. You got the moon producing its own light and you got the sun producing its own light, and they're just rotating over a circle.
Yeah. That's
what the yin and yang is. Almost every religion talks about a flat earth. All of them. The only people that say that we live on a ball is NASA. That's government. That's an agency. All right? So when they show us pictures of the ball and they say, oh, this is from space and all this, right? When they show us these pictures, dude,
well, how do you
they're
explain
Photoshopped.
people who go to the moon?
Okay, so this might be a lot for you, because I understand. You're taking this in, you're like, the Earth's flat, what the heck's going on? But check it out. The moon landing, that's been debunked before flat Earth was even a thing. Before flat Earth came out as like mainstream, like people actually looking into this, people already knew the moon landing was a hoax. You wanna know why? Because there's so many issues with the moon landing. I mean, I don't know if you've ever looked into it, but you got shadows that are converging. It's almost like there's multiple light sources, and they didn't bring extra light sources. You got extra lunar, they had like 3 or 4 buggies up there, and they said they only brought 1. You know what I'm saying? There's so much things. If you look at the lander itself, it looks like it's made out of metal rods and aluminum foil. It literally doesn't look like it's built for space at all. The whole thing is a joke. And then there's even footage where they're like bouncing around on the moon and sped that up. And when they're jumping up and down, it's like normal time, like here on Earth. Like as if they just slowed down regular footage.
How come
Yeah.
it looks like a dome from over?
Because it is a dome. Okay, so the flat Earth is, you have a flat plane and you have a dome, a firmament, some sort of firmament, something. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people think it's like made of glass. A lot of people think it's another type of liquid, superfluid. People they're thinking about this, but nobody knows. See, that's a theory, but what we know is true is that the heliocentric model is bunk. Like, you can see Venus and Mercury in your night sky, and the inner tract of the solar system, they're towards the sun. So why are you seeing them in the nighttime? You shouldn't see them in the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much weird stuff, it doesn't even make any sense. You know? And then everybody says, oh, well, what about time zones? What about this? I mean, like I said, we're looking at a clock, right? So time zones. Here's one time zone, here's another time zone, here's another time zone. And it's just, that's all it is. Well, there's your time zones. It's already explained. And then here's the worst part of it all. This really what puts the nail in the coffin is flight paths. If you actually look at flight paths, you know, on the ball they show you, and they're doing this thing where they're going like all the way up to the northern hemisphere and back to the southern hemisphere. But then you lay it out on a flat Earth map and it's just like, okay, they're just making a pit stop here. And some of them, it's even a straight line, even though on the globe, it's like going up and coming back down. It's crazy, man. Like, there's so much evidence, it's not even funny. But nobody wants to look. Everybody wants to scoff, laugh, and walk by, but nobody wants to actually look into the world they actually live in. And it's stupid because they're all fools, because they believe in a lie. It's a fairy tale. Just like when you're a kid and they told you Santa was real, and your parents were in on it, and the people at the mall were in on it, and everybody was in on it. How could everybody be in on it, right? Well, it's just what everybody does. It's just the system that's in place. That's the reason why all these scientists and everybody agree that we live on a ball, is because they're not going to get any academic funding unless they agree. So the system's already in place. Nobody's proving anything, they're just agreeing. It's all just about like, I graduated, I learned from this guy, now I know what he knows, and I'm going to spit out the same stuff that he spit out. But nobody's actually going out and doing their own research. And then when they do, they need funding for research, right? So who's going to fund research scientists to prove whether the Earth is a ball or flat when it's already been decided and determined? It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to get funding for that. Especially when you have all the government agencies. They don't. Not on the bottom of the ball. So this is Antarctica that's supposed to be on the bottom of the ball. But if you look at a flat Earth map, Antarctica is actually all the way around. So how could you fly out and come back this way if it's just the outskirts of land, of where you're at? You know what I'm saying? That's why those flights don't exist, because nobody's going this way, because that would be like flying off into the distance, or maybe hitting the edge of the dome. Who knows, you know? So a lot to think about, I understand. But there's a couple of misconceptions that I don't want you to think about, is that people think that it's a disk in space, and that's ridiculous, because space was created to suit the needs of a ball. How can you have something round and exist without, if it's sitting on the ground, people are going to find out, right? So they say, oh, it's a ball and it's floating in space. It's like the perfect cover story. Because when you go up high, the less stars you see. So what the heck's going on? So it's some sort of optical effect. I'm just saying, man, there's so much information, it's ridiculous. But take what I say with a grain of salt. Don't believe me at all. Try to prove me wrong. Do some real research. Look into what I said about the contradictions of the heliocentric model and see if you can make sense of them. Because I couldn't. All right, man? What was your name?
John.
John? Hey, look, I'm on YouTube right now. I appreciate you talking to me, man. But have a good day. Yeah, that first guy was like mocking and ridicule. I just couldn't even stand him. He was just exuding horribleness. But this second guy, at least he was listening, you know. So yeah, guys. I hope he thinks about it. I think he was a little overwhelmed. I probably threw way too much at him. Thank you. Thank you all people, free people. So yeah, man, that was our first conversation. We're gonna keep it going. What's up, Flat Earth Vegans? How you guys doing? So yeah. Hey, how's it going? You heard about Flat Earth? Can I give you this? Okay. So, thank you, Hazmat. Appreciate it, man. Whew. So yeah, red pills, man. Trying to give globortions out here. You know. Yeah, that first guy was toxic, man. I couldn't stand him. It was like, oh, as soon as he started talking, I was like, oh, great, a mocker. Like, that's what I need. Another atheist mocker. Yeah, is anybody else in Chicago? Yeah, let's do it. Hazmat, well, Mr. Akilwell, we've already talked, yeah. We've already talked. Yeah, we're gonna be planning that. Fred Carr, yeah, making a difference, man. Trying to. Some people, they just got their heads up their butt, you know. It's like, what can you do at that point? It was a rough start. But yeah, we're doing it. So I think what happened is, like, that first guy was such a waste, and then I just like exuded way too much on the second guy. So, but at least he knew I had something to say, that it wasn't just me like, hey, this is what I believe. I think this is cool. You know, it's not like that. So, yeah, right? I think there's a Cubs game today, so if I was wearing like a Cubs jersey, people would probably be like, oh, hey, you're a fellow Cubadian. So, yeah. Hopefully we get some more passersby. But yeah, guys. Woo! Good stuff, good stuff. 23 people watching, awesome. Thanks for being here. Just in case, you know, you're witnesses. I'm out here alone, but I could do it. No problem. Make sure they throw the first punch, yeah. No, I wouldn't fight. I'd probably do some like Wei Chung and like knock them on the side and not hit them, you know. But yeah. Hello. Heard about Flat Earth?
No, thank you.
Can I give you this flyer? You should look into it for real. Come on, I'll meet you halfway.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, she took it out of desperation. I'm all like, take the flyer. So I don't know if you guys heard, there was like some dude who went live 2 nights ago. I was gonna go live yesterday to talk about it, but I didn't get a chance to. But yeah, 2 nights ago he went live with the live stream called RealmWalker and the date, and he literally just, you know, spent like almost an hour talking about how stupid I look, how stupid I am. I mean, it was just ridiculous. It was hard to watch. Like, I went back and I was like kind of watching for a little bit. I was like, I can't watch this. This is just upsetting me to the core, you know. So whatever, you know. Such is life, I guess. That's what's to be expected, you know. Hey, how's it going, man? Heard about Flat Earth? Check it out. Yeah. Have a great day. Whew. Hey, how's it going? Heard about Flat Earth? Yeah. All right. That was good. That was good. Receptive. Whew. Thank you guys. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start scouting for new locations. I want to find one that's kind of like this, where city property technically, where it's not private, so I could just kind of set up and there's nothing they really can say. But yeah, this is great. Hold on, let me get a drink of water. Oof, parched. Yeah, flat earthers are the new intellectual threats to society. Hey, heavy metal ruined my life. What's up, brother? Yep. Ask him if water level. There is no curve. Impossible. So at least there's enough traffic on the street to where people are going to be looking. So I think the other day I was out here was a little bit more dead. But what's today? Yep. And at least people are smiling. So there's that. Ah, yes. So yeah, that water off duck's back, mate. Yep. True. Yeah. I'm getting better at dealing with the rejection. That's fine. The mockers, I haven't ran into a lot of them, so they still kind of shake me up a little bit. Just because I'm like boiling on the inside, you know? Like, your reprobate mind is lost. What can you do at that point? So, yeah. I went into my job for a second just to use the bathroom, and there was like a crap ton of people in there, so I know as soon as I get to work I'm gonna have dishes stacked up as far as the eye can see. I told my wife I can't do dishes at home. If I do them all day, I can't do them. So she's cool with it. She's like, yeah, no problem. Alright, we got some cars driving by. Vehicles. It's good, it's good. Get some looks. Awesome. Somebody took a picture. It's good. Oh yeah, you were a dishwasher too? Luckily I got a dishwashing job at a vegan restaurant. I could not handle anything other than that. It just get gross. What's up, Dave Hinkle? Yeah, man. So far so good. So far so good. Let's get some more conversations, right? The last time, I think like at the last minute, I got a really good conversation and my battery died. But this time, I brought my charger. Smart. I'm actually plugged into the mainframe right now. I'm plugged in. What's up, friends? Mackenzie, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, here's that bike guy that passed the first time. Let's see if he wants to stop, if he just rolls by. Okay, rolls by. JP, thank you, sir. Come on, guys, let's get some conversations going, right? I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. So, and this time I brought my selfie stick so it doesn't feel like I'm just holding my arm up the whole time, you know? It's getting a little rough. Not that I'm weak or anything, guys. Don't, well, okay, whatever. I'm weak. That's fine. Alright, we got some guys coming this way. Nobody that way. That first guy, I asked him, what's your biggest proof you live on the ball? And he just laughed and smiled because he knows he has nothing. It's funny because like he knows deep down inside he's got nothing. He's got nothing but ridicule and mocking behavior. So, what can you do? I think people like that are just lost. They're like a lost cause. It's not even worth it. Hey guys,
Hi.
heard about flat Earth?
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh,
But
you
thank
should look into it. It's not a ball. I can guarantee that. You're not spinning. Hey man, how you doing? So, whoa, I've been going 40 minutes already. Wow, okay. I didn't think it was that long. It's good. And I still got plenty of battery power. Awesome. So, yeah. Still hope. Hello. Heard about flat Earth? Can I give you this? Yeah, check it out. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, how you guys doing today? Hope you're having a great day. Planting seeds, yeah, it's what matters, right? I mean, what else can we do? Plant more seeds. I do want to get a bigger banner. I feel like this one is too small. Like I need something that just like spells out the earth is flat, like huge, you know? I mean, this is a great teaching tool, don't get me wrong, but yeah, sometimes I feel like that getting that seed in there is probably the most important because only a few of them are going to actually stop and have a conversation. So at least I got this sign with me, which is the smaller Earth is flat sign. So that's good. Hello, ma'am. Can I give you that? Check it out. Yeah. Whew. So yes. Yes, indeed. I hate that I always think of something to say when somebody leaves, you know? Like, oh, I should have said this. Like that first mocking guy. Ugh. Think of 100 things I should have said to him, but what are you gonna do? Yeah. So far, so good. All right, we got another person coming up this way. Hopefully, get something. Lots of people driving by. Hazmat. Yep. Just planting the seeds in there. I guess we'll go leave it in their hands. See what happens. Hello. Want to check out flat Earth? You're not spinning on the ball. You feel it spin, do you? That would be a bad thing. That would be horrible. I would say get off the booze. Sober up. All right. Yeah, sorry guys. Not a whole lot of conversations just yet. A couple. I guess everybody's like going straight to the Cubs game. I should have set up around Wrigley Field. I just didn't want to have to like race back to my job, so I'm Flatsmakin before work, so you know how that is. Keep it easy, keep it simple. Park first. That way I don't have to worry about parking. And hey, what's up, Authentic? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Yep. So yeah, man, just hanging out here. Had like one, I wouldn't say it's a conversation. Hey Mikey, what's up, man? How are you? Yeah. You the man. Mikey, I love your flat smacking, brother. You do you, man. Don't worry about it. I think we're all doing our part out here, you know? So we're all trying to make it happen. Well, people are looking. That guy was staring. He was like, what the? I love the expression on his face. I should have showed you. Yeah, man. Frequencies. All right, all right. So yeah, guys. How about you entertain me? People are leaving the stream. They're like, this is the most boring flat smacking I've ever seen. Yep. But yeah, hanging. How's it going? Heard about flat Earth? It's like the most ridiculous thing you ever heard that's actually true. Here, let me give you this flyer. It actually has some proofs in it.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, no problem. She had the most confused look on her face. She's like, what? What is this? Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's funny. It's yesterday I didn't get to do flat smacking and I went to work and I felt like crap. And then the day before I did flat smacking and I was like, I felt so good all day. Thank you, Hazmat. Appreciate it, man. Sometimes I feel like I suck, but you know how it is. When I do like editing, I can just cut out all the slow parts, you know. But being live, it's like you're more on the spot. But yeah, man, this is cool. I think I want to do this live thing more often. I think next time I'll pick a little bit more high traffic areas. I did want to post up in front of the police station, and I think I'm going to do that because there's this vacant lot right across the police station. I forgot what precinct it is, but it's literally on the way to work. So my plan is I'm going to go set up on that fence and just hang out there and hopefully get the attention of the cops, and maybe they'll come out and talk to me or arrest me, whatever comes first. I'll definitely flat smack them while they're arresting me. But yeah, man, I mean, they can't arrest you for doing this. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I'm not trying to scare you here. So yeah. Yeah, Authentic, I was watching your newest video, man. You're really good at this, man. Like, I like how you kind of, it's like you lead them into it, you know. You're like, yeah, well, you know, and you got the little table and the chair, and it's just like a little bit more welcoming. It's a good setup, man. I like it. I like it. I learned a lot from watching that. That was definitely very awesome. A lot of people coming this way, but all these cars are blocking everything. Let's see. Wish my phone screen wasn't so crummy. Yeah, so we're doing it. We're doing it. Yes, Josh is awesome. I think everybody's awesome. I like what everybody does. Everybody has like their own thing that they bring to the table, and I think it's like very valuable indeed. You know, it's helping. I'm sure it's going to help the newer generations and everybody waking up, get out there and do something. You know, maybe inspire them on different aspects, different techniques. At least there's something to, you know, some sort of, you know, pull to draw from, you know. So I think that's the most important thing. Everybody's got their techniques, and I think they're all effective on their own way, you know. Like, I like Mikey's technique at doing the dog park, because if you really think about it, people got nothing but time. They're just waiting for their dog to do their, you know, thing. So they're bored. So it's like perfect opportunity for them to actually get flat earth rubbed in their face for a little bit. So good job, Mikey. But yeah, I like everybody's setup, you know. All right. How we doing on time? Let's see, 51 minutes, not bad. Yeah. Wish there were more people walking on this side of the street. We're walking on that side of the street. I was like, I wonder if they see me and they're just like crossing. But you know, if you're walking from this way, look, let me show you. So if you're walking from this way, you really can't see anything, you know, until you're like right here, like, oh shit, you know, like, oh, Earth is flat. Ooh, wow. And then it's like in your face. Thank you, Mackenzie. You're awesome. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, man. Quite the realm we live in, eh, guys? Quite the realm. Cool. So yeah, man. Not as active as the other day. It's weird. It's like there's more cars driving though. What are you gonna do? So yeah, man, I gotta plan something for next Monday so that me and Flat Earth City can go do some flat smacking. Hope that's a thing. Oh, and by the way, like the new job I got, I only work 3 days a week and it pays a lot more. So, and I work nights, so I can spend my days doing flat smacking on my days off, or like even before work, I can like get up a little earlier, go out and do stuff in the afternoon. So I think it's awesome. I think I'm gonna like the new schedule for the new job. It's gonna probably work out in my favor for Flat Earth a lot more than this one. Because this one, man, it's like, yeah, I'm flat smacking before work, but like then I'll work, you know, up until like, you know, 11 at night, you know, whatever, to 2 in the morning, depending on how busy it is. So, you know, and then you get off. I would love to, you know, get off and do more flat smacking, but at that point I'm just like a beat. I just go home. But yeah, you know, I think the new schedule would work out better for me. I'll be able to devote more time to doing this, and yeah, I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Plus I got some cool projects that I want to work on soon. I got a documentary that I want to work on. I have it all written out, storyboarded out. Well, not storyboarded, but just like laid out, you know. I guess as much as you can lay out a documentary, because a lot of it is sort of like in the moment. But yeah. And we got this guy crossing. It's like, oh no, flat earthers. Oh no. Flat Earth Hollywood Live, what's up? Yeah. You know, that's it. I like the banner thing. I do like being mobile, being able to just like walk about, because then you just kind of go where the crowds go, you know? So yeah, man. Thanks for coming by, man, hanging out. You have a wrench next to you because I made you mod a long time ago, actually. Hey, how's it going? Heard about Flat Earth? You should. You're not spinning on a ball, that's for sure. Not living in fantasy land. I hate it when people are too cool for school. Like, what a dweeb. I did that in high school, man. We're adults now. Act your age. Act your age, man. It was a girl, but act your age, girl. Shoot, you're not that cool. She was kind of lame looking, too. She wasn't pretty. Oh, sorry. I'm not a jerk. So yeah. Yes. All people, free people. Yeah, consider it an honor. No, I'm just kidding. You got a wrench. That means you're cool. It just means that a long time ago I added you to the cool people list. Some of us, yeah, some of us are a little adult. The rest are baby sheep. And then, you know, I do go back and I'll try to add wrenches to people when I remember. So they have to like post a comment unless I remember them beforehand and added them to the list. But yeah. Let's get some combos, yo. Some more water. I think so. I think Google does, because it looks like my stream's pretty healthy. It says here in the corner, so most likely Google, you might have to refresh your screen if I do drop out. But yeah, cool business. Flat Earth. I want to do some traveling this summer and go meet up other flat earthers too, so that would be great. Figure it out. I actually got to fix a lot with my car. Let me see. The moon is not out today. It wasn't out yesterday, so I don't think it's going to be out. And plus, we're so overcast on that side. We got a little bit of sky back that way, and the rest is overcast. They were spraying hard, so probably won't see the moon at all. But yeah, I think we had it like last week, so. Hey, how's it going? Heard about Flat Earth, man?
Me?
Flat Earth. There's 10 proofs in here. If you want to prove it for yourself, or you can keep believing the lie that we've been told since we were kids, you know, that you've never proved for yourself. It's happily going along with the story that they gave you. That's fine. Some of us actually care where we live, so, you know, some of us do. The rest are zombies. Zombies and sheep. Zombie sheep? Can they be a zombie and a sheep at the same time? Sheep zombs? Zom sheep? Cops don't care around here. They don't even look. She slowed down, but I don't know if she was looking at the sign. Yeah, that's what I should say. Red pill, anyone? Yeah, I got red pills, yo. Free. Free 99. Yep. Oh, cool. There's an auto shop right here. Now I know. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Sometimes it's a little it's lame, man. Like, people are just so blasé. They don't care. Everybody's living in their own little fantasy world. Doesn't it piss you off, guys? Like, it really upsets me. You know, in the beginning I was just like, whatever. They'll wake up. But I mean, like, how long has flat Earth been a thing? You know, at this point, if people are not waking up, it's like willful ignorance. You know, it's like nobody wants to know. That's what I think is really going on. Is like a lot of them have probably already come across this information and you just don't want to know. It's kind of sad. I don't even know what to do. So, lack of interest, yeah. But that, and it's like pride. I think it's like willful ignorance and pride like mixed together, making some sort of horrible cocktail of crappiness. And then, you know, what's worse is like the people around here, they're just like a bunch of sinning, crazy folk, you know, like everybody just like living in their own little insanity world. Like, who knows what they do on their spare time? It's like, nobody cares. It's because they don't want to know, you know? What can you do? Offer them the information, hope for the best, expect the worst. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Can I give you this? Awesome. She might look. Yeah. Exactly. No fracks to give. They ain't giving a frack. It's lame, man. It's lame. It's like I was a graffiti artist, right? So where are all the graffiti artists? Like, why aren't they like spray painting the streets with flat Earth? You know what I'm saying? Like, why aren't we seeing that? You know, like something out of They Live. You know, They Live, like everywhere. You know, that's what we need. Flat University or FU? Yep. It's tough, man. Family's the worst, right? Like, I got lucky. Honestly, my brother, he's like, he doesn't even want to talk to me. Like, he stopped talking to me once he found out I was a flat earther. So me and my brother, he didn't even wish me happy birthday. I mean, not wish me happy birthday. I called to wish him happy birthday. He didn't even answer. So we'll see if he wishes me happy birthday, because my birthday's the 30th this month. So if he calls me, I'll be surprised. But man, I called the man on his birthday. I told him to call me back. I texted him, everything, no response. Like, what the heck? What? You did? Mikey, you're the man. You're my hero right now. You are my hero. Yeah. So, family is rough, man. Like, it's not much you can do, I guess. It's like, what can you do? You know, flat Earth is a family now. It's like, you guys are my family. This is my family. You know, that's how it is. All right, let's not get depressing, guys. Let's cheer it up here. So, yeah. What can you do? Take a poo. Yeah, my lips are like super dry. Every time I flat smack, my lips need to get smacked. Lip smack. Yeah. You know, I don't let it get me down. I don't let it get me down. Just try to keep doing what we do. That's the most important thing we can do, right? So, crop circle in the farmer fields. What is it going to be? A flat Earth crop circle? Is it going to say like FE or something like that? Or flat Earth, the fields. Yeah, there you go. Just flatten them. Oh man, that's hilarious. No, Mikey, you the man, dude. Like I said, you're my hero. You're my hero, Mikey. I like the, what do you got? The PA system, the bullhorn on your car. That's really cool, man. Genius. I do want to do that. I wish my car wasn't such a hunk of crap, you know? All I would do is just drive around in circles and tell everybody the earth is flat. But right now I'm like lucky if I get from point A to point B, you know? So, what are you gonna do? Wake up the zombies, exactly. Or what do we call them now? Sheep zombies? Zombie sheep? Zombie sheep. Yeah, but I feel like zombie sheep is like empowering the sheep and saying that they're kind of tough. Because sheep are just, they're just, you know? Actually, zombie sheep would be worse. They wouldn't even have enough brain to follow themselves. No? I'd do it in my new car. I'd run that thing to the ground. Yep. Need to give the zombies brains. They're lacking. They're lacking in cognitive discipline. Experiencing cognitive dysfunctionists. Flat Earth. When all else fails, just cry out Flat Earth. Yeah, man. I am happy to be a flat earther. Yes, exactly. I'm just glad I'm not living in a lie anymore. Like, it's like, man, when I think about what I was like when I didn't know the earth was flat, I was like, I was a lost cause, man. I just felt like personality-wise, I wasn't quite there. You know? Some would say that now, but whatever. Yep. Yeah, what is up with that, man? YouTube is just bull. Like, the fact that you can't even, like, search, even if you put in specific terms like, you know, flat earth high altitude footage, you're not going to get that. You're going to get flat earth debunk videos still. Like, it's insane. Like, anybody who sees that should know something's up. Like, why is it being censored? Why is the need? You know, you don't censor any other belief out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think even like the hardcore, terrorist guys, they could put stuff up and it doesn't really get censored, you know, like on Facebook and stuff. But yet Flat Earth is somehow this like trigger for everything, you know, like obviously it's being suppressed on purpose. That's why I feel like they're just pushing back the date, you know, like, I don't know if you guys heard my theory on all this, but, you know, I think their plan is for Flat Earth to roll out in a certain time frame, and that's why they're censoring it, because they're desperate to slow it down. Either that, or they're slowing it down enough, and then they just, you know, wipe us out one day, or, you know, cause some sort of great calamity event, and anybody who thinks the Earth is flat is an enemy, or I don't know, who knows. What are you gonna do? Hey, how's it going, man? Can I give you this? Earth's actually flat. I don't know if you actually looked at the real evidence to support it, but there's no evidence we live on a ball, so there's that. We could believe the ball, but you can't prove it. Yeah, everybody's a zombie, man. It's like nobody wants to know anything. Everybody already knows. I mean, I remember, like, even like Jehovah's Witness people, when they stop and they talk to you, I'd still like chat with them. They give me a flag, I'm like, oh, let me look at it. What do you got? You know, I'll check it out. They're like, what, aliens? But, you know, I just feel like people just don't have open minds, man. Everybody's just so dumbed down. It's television, right? It's like TV, media, brainwashing, social conditioning, you name it. It's all working against them. Movies, you know, every time they go to the movies, it's just like they're just being fed the bularchy, and everybody just laps it up, you know, like, oh, this is, I mean, even when I didn't know the Earth was flat, I was like skeptical about all that. I thought there was something weird about the way media and everything was being packaged, like it's almost as if they were just like programming you, and I knew that before I knew the Earth was flat. So it's like people can't even pick up on that. Nobody wants to pick up on anything, you know. So what are you gonna do? you know. And I think what it is that they don't have the spark within themselves. Like, you know, Fokker will say, oh, they're NPCs and this and this and that, but I think it's more to it. I think it's just like, I think it's a spiritual thing. I think they just don't have a soul. Like maybe their soul is like dissolved, and then all they have is a mind. You know, like they lost the spirit and all they have is a mind. And they're literally just, they are kind of zombies. You know, they're walking around, they're just like, they're dead internally, but their mind is still functioning, so the body's still alive, you know? Like, I don't know, there's something to it, man. Because there's people, it's like, you know, you mention it to them and then they'll stop and they're almost like, yeah, what? Let's talk. Let's see what you have to say, you know? And then there's people who are just like, no, I'm good, no thanks. It's like, yeah, you're dead inside. So frustrating, but you know, yeah, I mean, there might be something to it, man. I don't know, it's just like some people, it's like you see it in them, they have that spark, and then other people, it's like their faces are just blank, like there's nothing. It's like they're puppets, you know, being controlled by the system, you know, not by their soul, you know, like, or something. So what does the Bible say? It says there's a difference between like a soul and a spirit. And it's like the spirit is like, you know, something that can dissolve and go away, you know. I don't know. I'm not that learned on that stuff yet. I'm still learning. Still you know, figuring all that out. But yeah, man, there's something to it. Something going on. And then the young ones, they still got it, but most of them are just socially conditioned. They're scared, you know? So, but yeah, I do think something's going on there. They're literally, I mean, there's literally a spiritual war going on, you know? It's crazy. Flat Earth. That guy, he was like too cool for school. He was bald with sunglasses. Yeah. Sorry for the dead noise. Where are all the awake individuals, you know? Awaken. Why is everybody like in this slumber? Quite the world we live in, guys. Quite the world. Yeah, I mean, I'm like this close to just going out in the streets with a can of spray paint, just being like, flat earth the whole city, just in one night, you know, just hit everything. Just risk it all and just do it, you know? Like, they need to be like slapped upside the head, like, hey, you don't live on a ball, fool. Look around you. Yeah, Brown Line. I believe so. Yep. Yeah, because Brown Line station is that way. So yeah, that's the Brown Line. I think that was the spot I was thinking about. Firsthand, there's like a Dunkin' Donuts over there. So yeah. Yep. Gotta keep saying. Yeah. I'm not saying I will, but I'm like tempted. I'm this close. I'm this close. I've been stewing on it. I'm like, man, we need to do something like now. I need to get like a fire extinguisher full of paint and just like spray the side of buildings over by highways or something. You know, just anything. Whatever. Still here, still doing it hard.
Can I take one of them?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so
care.
much. Yep. You too. How's it going, sir? How's your day going?
I know, flat earth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had grade school science.
Awesome. Grade school science has actually been contradicted time and time again. You heard of a selenelium?
What?
A selenelium? It's an eclipse that totally contradicts the heliocentric model. The shadow's on the opposite side and the sun and the moon are both in the sky. It doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, but there's centuries and centuries of proof of the heliocentric model.
Not necessarily. They say about 2,000 years, but that's not true. And only in two to 300 years that we've been talking that the Earth is definitely a ball. So
No.
that sounds like
The
government
Greeks
conditioning.
knew it.
The Greeks knew it through mathematics, but nobody can prove it. And guess what? The mathematics actually work the same on a
They
flat
didn't
Earth
actually
map.
use mathematics. They used observation with shadows on
The shadows on the ground works. That's what I was gonna say. They work exactly the same. Same thing with the moon. It all
they
works the
also,
same with the flat Earth.
Also calculated the circumference of the Earth.
Yes, and it actually works the same on.
To greater precision than
They calculated the circumference or the track of the sun and moon, which actually works in the exact same way on the flat Earth.
Well,
all of the mass,
You're
all of the
south,
concepts.
you get a shadow. There was a well in Egypt.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm familiar
on
with
on the zenith, the shadow went in at the same day.
the Red
There was
Sea
a shadow of the obelisk.
Yep.
And
And-
Aristophanes from that calculated
Yep.
the circumference of the Earth.
It actually works the same on a flat Earth. If the sun was closer and smaller, the math works out.
So
It's
the
same
sun
thing.
that's moving around.
The sun is moving just how we experience it. No other way. Exactly how you experience it. Yeah. Look, I used to
You're
think-
going back to Pythagoras.
I used to think that it was ridiculous, right? But then when I actually started looking into it, all the proofs that suggest it's a ball back up a flat Earth. They back it up. Not to mention, there's no contradictions with the flat Earth, but there's tons of contradictions with the ball. Like, for instance, you see Venus and Mercury in your night sky.
Yeah.
They're on the inner track of the solar system. There should be between the Earth and the sun. So why do you see them on the night sky? You see what I'm saying? So like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on some days, you can see the moon in the sky in the
Yeah.
daytime. Well, you know, the diametric pole of the Earth, if this is a ball, you got one side you're looking up, and the other side you're looking down, and they have a moon.
Well, those planets, they make big orbits, and
They do, but
go
they're
into
on.
the portion of the sky like
They're actually
that's
on
why Venus
a
is a morning and evening star.
right, and it makes sense because on a flat Earth, all they're doing is spin around. Think of it as like a clock. This is the north, south is on the outside, right? So you got the sun, the moon, and the stars all rotating in the same direction above us.
How do you account for geodesic lines of navigation being shorter than?
So
than straight lines?
all the math works out here, and the only way where the math doesn't check out is out here. But here's the problem with that, is that they say it doesn't check out here, but nobody's actually been able to actually prove that. Because you heard of the Antarctic Treaty? Are you familiar with it? The Antarctic Treaty?
Yeah.
It's the United Nations, they signed it in the 50s and stuff. Now, here's the crazy thing about the Antarctic Treaty, is you're not allowed to go out there without the express written consent of there's like 50-something nations now,
Yeah.
and they all have to agree. So nobody does
So
it.
how do those guys cross it?
They don't. Check it out. Look, these flights don't exist. They say that, you know, oh, you should be able to do that, and that proves it's a ball. These flights don't exist. You know, they're doing this. They're going north of the northern hemisphere and back south. But you put it on a flat Earth map, and it's just like, oh, okay. Some of them are even like straight lines. But you put it on the ball, and it's just like, what? Why you got to go north to the northern hemisphere and back to the southern hemisphere when this is the shortest distance? Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So it sounds crazy, but then when you see things that are like 60 miles away, and water's supposed to curve, I mean, that should be obstructed by a hump of water. But you can see it. It's just like straight ahead of you.
Yeah, but it's the curvature at that distance.
Yeah.
If you give the height to this,
Yeah.
and you're across Lake Michigan, like this doesn't show you how high the person was who shot the
Oh, no, this is the funny thing about it, is that the higher you go, the farther you can see. So, like, there's a guy, Jay Tolan Media, he went on a plane, right? And he saw 1,000 miles into the distance. Now, if there was a ball, and we know the ball is 25,000 miles in circumference, if you see 1,000 miles into the distance on a ball that's only 25,000 miles in circumference, that's impossible. You shouldn't be able to see that. It should be like a hump of water, a hump
How
of
can you see
land.
that far with all the atmospherics and
Infrared photography. It's actually a new thing. With the latest in technologies, is actually disproving all the proofs that they gave us. And people are actually going out and doing these experiments. This is not just flat earthers theorizing in their basement. They're actually going out into the world and proving that you shouldn't be able to do this. But they're doing it, which is going against everything that we were taught. And that's kind of where we're at. It's like, what the heck? And why does the United Nations use a flat earth map as their logo? I mean, if it's a ball, use a ball. You know?
Well, that's a projection. There's all kinds of.
That's what they say, but it's
there's
actually...
like literally hundreds of types of map projections.
Yes, but why would they use the azimuthal equidistant map that was actually created for a flat Earth?
Because it's easiest to draw.
It's easiest drawn, it's the most accurate for navigation. Why is that?
wonder if I'd be curious about it. I know the Mercator's map
Yep.
is good for navigation because a straight line on a Mercator map.
But the problem is it-
equal a geodesic line on a curved earth.
The only problem with that, the Mercator map, is that you can't get the southern traveling exactly the same, only the northern. So this is the one that actually works out, where you can go from Australia to South America, and it's literally a straight shot. Like you can map it out easily. Whereas like any of the other ones, you got to do all this crazy stuff. You gotta make that happen just to make it work, which just kind of disproves it, I think, in my opinion. So
it's interesting to hear your logic on this.
I mean, there's a lot more. Like, I'm not going to say I'm the most gifted person to speak about this, but at least I know the truth and I'm going out and doing my part. But there's some people who are really intelligent, like, math geniuses, all sorts of people who are like, this is making sense.
How do you explain gravity?
Okay, so here's the problem with gravity, right? Gravity is selective on a ball. So, like, let's say you have a ball, Earth, and we know it spins on an axis, right? Now, what about centrifugal forces? There should be a greater force at the equator than north and south, right? So that means that gravity, if it's about mass, and there's an equal mass, like, a similar mass all around.
On the equator?
Yeah, the equator.
Yeah,
So the equator, right? So it's like gravity is saying, I'm going to be stronger at the equator and weaker at the poles. Like, why would gravity choose? You know what I'm saying?
Is it weaker at the poles?
It is. Well, it would have to be. It's not weaker in reality, but it would have to be for this to be a reality, because you would have to say.
It's the center. It's the center that it draws towards. So
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Because that's what it's going vertical.
That's what it's supposed to be. But actually, what we do experience, if the Earth was flat, is just density and buoyancy. Like, for instance, a helium balloon rises because it's less dense than the air molecules, whereas in anything heavier will fall because the air can't support its mass.
So what happens when people get to here?
So this, like we talked about before, the Antarctic Treaty, 60 degree, there are literally nations, I can't say they're policing the whole perimeter. I'm sure somebody might try to make it, but let's just say, what if it's just like a vast plain? Like they say, Antarctica is already a desert. It doesn't have any weather, right? So if it's a desert and it doesn't have any weather, then it could just go on forever. It could be limited, but how would you even get there when it's illegal to even bring like airplanes, even machines or anything like that to Antarctica? And like I said, all these, world organizations have to agree to allow you to go. It's crazy,
Well, I designed sundials.
Sure.
And
sundials make more sense on a flat Earth because you have a flat plane, right? That's how a sundial works.
Yeah. Well, the original sundials were based on the concept of a flat plane, because that's what they were going with. That's what Pythagoras was doing.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, well, I guess if you attribute the change in the sun's position.
Yep. Because like I said, the sun is
sundials work perfectly with
yeah.
a flat Earth and a shifting sun.
Yep. Because all the sun is doing is, it's like when it's our summer, it's on a tighter track, right? And when it's our winter, it's on a farther track. And we already know that the sun travels faster in the south than the north. So if the sun was to keep up in the exact same time, it would have to travel faster. Where if it was north, it would have to travel a little bit slower. So it does make sense, So, and then, they tell us like the tilt changes the weather, which is ridiculous, because what about the other side of the Earth? So that means every time it goes night, it should be winter,
No, no, you got to come with their reason
right.
than that. You got.
Well, I'm saying that the sun is closer and local, so it's actually heating up the surface of the Earth. Like it is exactly how we experience it.
Well, it cools off in the night because the sun's gone, and then the sun comes back and the sun heats it up again.
Right, but in the winter time, it's on a further track away from it, so it can't heat this area up when it's over here. So it makes sense. I agree with you. It might make sense on the ball with certain logic and certain conditioning, but when you actually look at the direct logic.
Why isn't it the hottest at the Antarctica? So cold there.
So it's a desert, first of all, and the sun is still pretty far away from Antarctica. So this is the equator right here. So the sun is actually only here, and then when it's over here, it's only over here. It's not getting anywhere near this area. So it actually makes sense, because if you think about it, this path of the sun, moon, and stars is just heating up this area. So of course this has melted and this is still ice, you know? So, I know. Thank you for at least talking to me, because most people, they walk by and they
Well,
just
no,
stop,
I
you know?
find it interesting. I don't believe it.
Right, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
But
Don't believe anything, because that's what got us in this trouble in the first place. We
But,
believed what they were telling us, you know?
But then so many calculations and unique designs of sundials.
Yeah, but it,
I
like I
just
said, it
know
all works very well with a flat Earth, you know? I mean, there's no reason for it not to work.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that works with the flat Earth. There's probably other kinds of sundials that don't work with the flat Earth, but I don't know if they're not.
I'd be interested to know.
The anonymic dial.
Actually, if you do, my email's right here. Please send me that information. I would love to check it out.
All right.
Yeah. If you find any contradictions with this,
Well, I belong
by all
to
means.
the North American Sundial Society.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I might talk to the president about that too.
Yeah. I would love to hear your input. Yeah, for sure. I'm not like, hey, you can't prove me wrong. I want to be proven wrong. Like everybody that's a flat earther, we're so mocked, shamed, and ridiculed. Nobody wants to believe this. Like even we don't want to believe it.
Space travel and all that.
So there's a big problem.
Being able to calculate orbits.
Yes. So there's a big problem with that. Okay. So let's just say space is a mathematical construct, and then the evidence that they're providing of space is lacking thereof. Like for instance, like when you see them out in space, right? And there's no atmosphere, and they're out in space. There's no stars. There's nothing. It's just blackness. You know, yet you can stand in like Tennessee, look up at the night sky, and it's just riddled with stars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's issues with the information they're providing us. One of the biggest issues that the information they're providing us is the ball Earth photo. I wish I had it on me, but there's a bunch of photos from, you know, every so often, or, you know, every few years they come out with a new Earth photo, and people have put them side by side, and they found the same clouds on.
Where are the stars? Are they on a giant bowl over the Earth like Pythagoras said?
Simple, sort of like it. So here's the same thing we see. We see time-lapse photography. Polaris is in the middle. All the stars go around. It does seem that there's some sort of dome of firmament. All the ancient religions do suggest that Earth was created first, and then, you know, I mean, the firmament was created to separate the waters from the waters, and then Earth was created, and then the sun, moon, and stars were put into the Earth. And that seems to follow the logic of a dome, some sort of, you know, firmament being placed down. I don't know if you're a spiritual person, but
Not least.
yeah, I just recently, after looking into this information, have changed gears. Like now I'm really looking into the Bible, and I'm seeing a lot of information in there that is pointing towards a flat earth, which is very interesting. Not just you know, Christian or the regular Bible. All old religions have a similar story. They all talk about the same thing. So it's kind of strange.
Well, the Pythagorean model is held by most of the North American tribes.
Yeah.
Or through most of the world.
Through most of the world.
Because it's naked eye astronomy.
And it, like I said, it all checks out on a flat earth. Everything, all the math, all the science applies. So we're not saying it doesn't work. We're saying it does work. As a matter of fact, it even points to making more sense in the sort of standard. Spherical geometry. Yeah, here's
spherical
trigonometry. Yes. So here's a curvature calculations. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it should be about roughly. This is not an exact, because you can only calculate so far. You can't calculate past this point, right? But with this, it's sufficient enough to calculate that curve, and it's 8 inches per mile squared, right? So you got 8 inches per mile squared, and it tells you how far you should be able to see from what distance, depending on how high you are, the observer height, and the distance I'm looking. So you would know how much of a curve would be in front of you, how much of a hump of water. And the problem is that people are taking this math, and they're going and doing observations like this that are saying, no, that's not it.
But when they see a ship sailing,
right,
and it appears over the horizon.
Yes. Actually, that used to be a fact until the P900 camera came out. and a lot of people actually went out in the ocean, on the ocean front, and they watched ships sail over the horizon,
Yeah.
and they zoomed in, and guess what? The ship just pops right back up into the distance.
They're zooming in.
Yeah. So how do you zoom in over a curve? How's the zoom go like that?
I don't know. Maybe there's a.
That's what I'm saying. So, and then like here, look. So like let's say this is 30 miles across, right? Why can I put a straight edge up to a line that is 30 miles in across, and it's completely flat? Where's the curvature? It's not this way. It's not this way. And we know a ball should curve in.
That's easily explainable by geometry.
Yeah.
It's the portion here. It's not enough to indicate any significant.
Right, but if this is 30 miles and you were to take this calculation and say, okay, how much of a curve there was, there would be a distinctive curve.
Cameras have a tendency to take curves out.
Well, actually, that's not true. Cameras can put curves in, but they
I
can't
know
take curves.
Oh, they can take it out.
Yeah.
They
They have a fisheye lens, which can add a curve, and that's actually what they use when they show us the curve from the high altitude planes. Because look, this is a camera at 120,000 feet up high. So 20 miles up, NASA, at around 19 miles up, 18 miles up, they show us a curved photo. They say this is the curve of the Earth at 18, 19 miles. And then here, this is 20 miles up, and it's just flat. Who's telling the truth?
Well, it's hard to see where the line is.
Yeah. You
Especially
could go.
draw it in.
Yeah, this is a bad Photoshop, whatever. You can go and do this, these observations yourself and look into this. But
Okay,
here's
well.
the problem. I'm going to tell you one thing. Check the back media, because I don't know if you know this, but they're censoring Flat Earth on Google and YouTube and all that stuff. Censoring it. Why would they censor something as harmless as people thinking the Earth is flat?
That
And-
surprises me.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's
All right.
like hardcore censorship going on. So
I gotta get going. I'll see you.
okay, I'm sorry to hold you up, but thank you. What was your name again?
Steve.
Steve. Oh, my name's Steve too. You're the second Steve that I met that actually was receptive and wanted to talk. So thank you so much, Steve.
It's a fine name.
It's a beautiful
It
name.
means garland
Does
in
it?
Greek.
I didn't know that.
It refers to the crown of like olive branch.
Olive branches. Yeah,
That you got if you won something in the Olympics.
that's awesome.
Also the first mortar.
Really?
Also the name day is the first day after Christmas.
What? Dude, thank you for the
Steve.
information.
Good king Wenceslas went out on the feast of Stephen.
Really?
The day after Christmas.
Wow.
See ya.
Thank you so much, Steve. You have a wonderful day. Yes, that's the second Steve. Last time we were out here, we talked to another Steve. That was great. Oh. Yeah, guys. Woo! That was a good one. So he says he's a part of the, they make sundials, like it was like the North American sundial, whatever, something. So that was awesome. Yeah. Thanks, guys. That was good. That was good. So hopefully, let's see how we're doing on time. All right, 2:23. Woo! All right. My T-Mobile bill just went through. Awesome, awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. That was great. That was a wonderful guy. I could tell he had the spark in him. Like I was talking about earlier, I saw it. He had it. Some people don't, some people do, Hello. How you doing? Talking about flat Earth. Have you heard about it? Here, take this. There's 10 proofs in there. Look into it.
Okay.
I thought it was hilarious too. Don't worry, I'm used to this. Go ahead. All right, love you. Awesome. Woo! 8 hours ahead. Oh wow. What time is it over there, guys? This is like, let's see, what time is it now? 2:24. Oh wow. Yeah, so it's like at nighttime, 10 o'clock, 11. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Whew. Whew. Ireland, yeah, heavy metal. How's the weather in Ireland right now? Hopefully it's lovely. I mean, if it's night, it's probably a little chilly. But yeah, you guys are a little bit further north, right? Let's check the flat Earth map to see where Ireland is. Like, oh yeah, yeah, just a little bit. Not, yeah, you're a little bit northern. I guess that is northern. No, not too much. Close. I'm like Chicago, so I'm pretty far north too. So yeah, guys, awesome. Yeah, that guy was. Oh, what a wonderful guy. What's up with Steve's, man? Steve's are the best. Yeah. Cool beans. Oh, we got another guy coming. Let's see if I can talk to him. Thank you. She got helicopters. Much love. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Heard about this? Earth is flat. I wonder if he was a Steve. That guy might have been a Steve too. I don't know. Yeah, I seem to have really good luck with Steve's, Tim's, Josh's, and what's the other name? That keeps popping up. But yeah, Steve and Tim, which is weird because me and Tim, Steve and Tim, and whenever we go flat smack, and we always run into a Steve and Tim flat earther. It's weird. Or somebody that's open at least, you know. Not all flat earthers, but we ran into a Steve and Tim flat earther like 2 weeks ago in the same day. So yeah, Nathan's too. I think there's something to it, man. I mean, dude, there is a reason why some of us get it and others don't. I think there's got to be, because you can't just have that many coincidences all the time. Too many coincidences. And we all know there's no such thing as coincidence. So there you have it. So yeah. Hey, my charger is keeping up pretty good. My phone is topped off. Everything's good. Let me know if you guys get bored and I'll shut it down. I'll probably do this for like I don't know. I have time before work, so maybe another hour, 3:30. So, but yeah. Regardless. Check it out. This guy's taking pictures. It's the troll. Trolling hard, huh? Did you go to like troll college or something? Is there like a online troll class you can get a certificate? Just trolling away? Stalker sheep? Rich flat, yeah, that's hilarious. Totally. Hey, what's up, Karen? How you doing? Yeah, so this is the guy I was talking to when I first started the stream. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, and he's just snapping away, so. No, I've already talked to him. He's got nothing to say. Enjoy it. Moon him. He's on one knee. Yeah, he took a knee. Yeah, that was hilarious. He's military. Black Ops. I should. Well, I did. I zoomed in, so that'll be a meme. When they think flat Earth is ridiculous and all they can do is take pictures of you from a distance. That's what it'll say. It's Bill Nye. It's Bill Nye's grandchild. Yeah, he did kind of have the Bill Nye kind of look. The Bill Nye-ification. That was pretty hilarious. Papa Flatsy. Oh man, I wonder what he's gonna do with those photos. He's just gonna make a meme or something. I'll make a meme of him. Fun in the sun. When Flat Earth wins, Glover's kneeling. Yep. We're not worthy. Oh man. No, it's funny. It's like he didn't even want to like look at the information. He's just like, you're ridiculous. Yeah, if you rewind, he's the first guy I talked to. But yeah. Crazy, man. All right. Come on, just one more good conversation would be amazing. So hey, Karen, I don't know if you heard. Timothy hit me up 2 days ago. Yeah, so I think he's okay. Yeah, he was triggered, man. I got triggered. I was like, ugh, get away from me. You're gross. What a nozzle of the douche, right? Nozzle of the douche. He should have took my YouTube channel so you can see me talking smack about him. That would have been the smart thing to do. But yeah, guys. Fun in the sun. Flatsmakin. Oh, look at this. I got like 100 notifications. I wonder what's going on. Oh, cool. It's Instagram. People liking my post from earlier today. I've been posting flat earth memes like maybe about 3 or 4 a day. So yeah. Thanks, Mackenzie. Yeah, Karen, like he's good. I think he's good. We haven't really got a chance to chat. I tried calling him right away, but he didn't answer my call. So he might have been like busy or something like that. But I'll try hitting him up again. See if he answers me up. But at least I got a response. Unless that was the government giving us a response so that we don't think about it too much. No, I don't think so. I think he's fine. He's probably fine. So yeah. Woo. I'm like, I want to sit down. I'm going to sit on this chair, on this bike. I think it's illegal, but I'm doing it. Waiting for people to talk to me. Because the earth is flat. Because the earth is flat. Oh, hey, that lady's coming back. But looks like she went and got food. Let's see if she has a conversation. Thank you. I can't say I'm an expert at this, Sparky, but I'll try. Did you get a chance to look at some of the stuff on there?
I skipped through it.
What do you think about the selenium? I think that's like a definitely globe killer right there, because it's like the sun and the moon are both in the sky, and then the shadow on the moon is on top, and
I
yet.
haven't looked at all of it, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's crazy. You too. Woo. The globe killer. Globortions daily. Daily globortions. Yep. You're only doing it wrong if you don't believe what you're saying. Yeah, if I was up here and I'm like, I think this is a thing. So, yeah. Much love, y'all. Much love. Oh, somebody getting out of the car here. Come talk to me. Oh, no, he's going the other way. Dang it. I'm lonely. I'm a lonely corner person. Sounds like I'm a prostitute. I'm only selling truth here, man, not my ass. I'm just selling the truth, whether they want to hear it or not. Free 99. You know, if you guys knew what I went through growing up as a kid, you would understand why I can handle this no problem. I was literally the laughing stock of all throughout grade school, early high school. It was horrible, but it taught me a lot, you know. Hey, how you doing? You good? You heard about Flat Earth, man? Yeah, take a look into it. Kids seem nice. Yeah, exactly. How can you know the truth and not say anything? It's crazy. But I mean, I know there's some people out there. But yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Exactly. And I've come pretty close to getting killed, so that must mean I'm really strong. Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah. No, yeah, it was rough. I got beat up a lot in, you know, school, whatever. It's normal. I think everybody's got beaten up at some point in time in their life, right? It's not just me. Multiple times. Can't be just me. Anyway. Like, no, you're doing a horrible job. Like, you know, like that guy who was trolling my channel, and he did that 24-hour live feed, or he did like a live feed just basically trolling me, and he was just picking apart everything I said. Anything I said, he was just like, and look at this idiot, look at it, look at he's stupid, and he's got tattoos on his face, and he's dumb, and I'm like, I went on his chat and I was just like, what's up, idiots? It's me, the guy you're talking about. And then they booted me off the chat. Gemini, what's up? From Italy. Oh man, much love, bro. Thank you for being here. Spreading the flat earth truth. Is there any activism out there in Italy? Anybody out there doing activism? It'd be cool if they were doing it in Italian. Zero? What? How? Oh man, and Italy's is a pretty big place, right? I mean, there's like a lot of people there. It's like a pretty huge city. And there's no flat earthers, not even like in like nearby. Like how about Spain, or you know? So yeah, I don't know. No, where are the European flatsmackers besides, you know, the John Smith Globe Live bunch? Like anybody out there? How about, ooh, you know, it would be cool. You know, like what about like Norway, or you know, there's got to be some other flat smackers out there, other flat earthers, because I mean, there's flat earthers all around the world. I've seen flat earth videos in other languages, so I know it's not just like, you know, the English speakers, or you know, whatever you want to call it. I've seen it in Spanish. I've seen flat earth videos in Portuguese. I've seen them in like so many languages. So there's got to be like activists out there doing something somewhere else. So if anybody has any activists that they know, put them in the chat, or put them in the comments below if you get to see this video at some point in time. And you know anybody out there somewhere, just name where you know where they're doing it, so we can look them up and check out their work. That would be awesome. I would love to see other perspectives, man. Other people doing it. And it would make me feel good, like, oh, we're close to that tipping point, you know? That's the only way we're going to get there. I mean, that's why I started in Chicago, because there's no activists out here. And I was like, what the heck? You know, this is Chicago. It's like, what? There was one guy, and I think he did it for like a year or two, and then he just disappeared off the map. And that was it. So I was like, I gotta do it. There's nobody out here doing it. There's no flat earth presence, you know? So I guess that's what it takes. Is like you got to be like the first, you know. But I'm sure there's people at least doing stickers and maybe at least talking to people on the street and be like, hey, you heard about this? Or it's got to get around, you know. Everybody keeps turning the corner or crossing the street. I mean, this is Chicago. People get scared. I don't look like a hoodlum, do I? No. Oh, he's gangster. Pockets of sanity. Hello. Heard about the flat earth? Check it out.
Oh, I can't take it out.
How you guys doing? You heard the earth is flat? Check it out. 10 proofs in there. Yeah, much love. Beautiful, beautiful. What can you do? Got another guy walking this way. Guy over there. Let's see. Seeds being planted. Yes, sir. Doing my best. Doing my best. Hey, how's it going? Heard about flat earth? 10 proofs in here. All right, you don't want to see the truth. That's what it is. You've actually been lied to your whole life. You don't live on a ball. It's sad. You believe it, but it's not your fault. You were programmed that way. It's sad. It's not your fault. It's not your fault you're wrong. No, you can tell people they're wrong, then they get like, they take it personal. They're like, I'm wrong. I have a degree in social science. I have a degree in astrology. I have a degree in mathematics. I am not wrong. You are wrong. It's like, no, you regurgitate everything you were told. You have a degree, which means that you repeated what somebody else told you, and that doesn't make you smart. And if you think it does, man, you got more problems than you know. Flat Earth. Handoff. Woo! She got it. The handoff. I cook with degrees. Yeah. I literally cook with degrees. Was it 260 degrees? Oh, that's funny. Hello. Heard about flat Earth? Can I give you this? Nope. Second chance. Second chance. Okay. At least for the most part, people are nice. If they wanted, they can treat me like slime, but whatever. I don't care. Yep. Spinning. Oh man, I'm gonna have to grab a snack after this. I'm starving. Oh, I can't. Okay, never mind. Anyway. Plenty of water. Take it easy, Sparky, man. Thanks for coming by, dude. Much love. Woo. Some people over there. Come here. Don't stay over there. Man, Chicago's whack today. Super. So I don't know. It's almost 2 hours. We'll see if somebody comes by in a few minutes. If not, I'll end the stream. But yeah. Woo. I think I'm gonna hit up Dave from Flat Earth 101 and have him make me a flyer. I mean, not a flyer, a new banner. Should probably design it on the computer. Come up with something cool, man. I think I'm gonna do some of these like the proofs, but I might do some more charts and diagrams. And I actually want to get a hold of, I don't know if Flat Earth Matters, if you have this, or if Timothy is the one who has it, but all the actually I might have it in one of my emails, but all the government documents that, you know, say that we live on a flat earth and non-rotating, you know, flat plane. So yeah, I would like to get some of that stuff, and then I do want to get a notebook with some photos and stuff like that, so I can just be like, here, look at, you know, look at the Earth in, you know, 2000 yada yada. Look at the Earth in 2000. Why do they have the same stuff? You know, what's going on here? Why are the colors different? Why is this? You know, like, I just like point stuff like that out, because people need to see that. They need to see the contradictions in their reality, because if they don't, they're gonna think everything's honky-dory, you know. Earth is flat, buddy. It's funny for the fools who believe the ball. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. It's funny, I turn around and he's like smiling, and then he like looks forward like he didn't, you know. It's like, dude, I already saw you. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's foolish. Foolish people. And I'm the fool. Sometimes you gotta be the court jester, you know. What are you gonna do? So yeah, guys, Chicago's still got a lot of waking up to do. Yeah, a bunch of baby sheep. It's so hilarious. Sad but true. Hey guys, heard about Flat Earth? Check it out, top 10 proofs in there. You don't gotta ignore me, I'm a real person, right? Thank you. Thank you. Weird. It's like they were just like staring ahead. I was talking right at them. Yeah, I seen yours. I like yours too. I do want to, if you got a copy of that, send it to me, or I could probably get it from him, right? He's got a copy of it. But yeah, I want to get a big one, dude, that just says, like, how big does he make them? Because like this one is only, what is that, like 3 feet by whatever. I want something that's like, you know, 4 or 5 feet by, you know, 15 feet, you know, something like that, 20 feet, you know, and just something like that. Because that'll catch a lot of attention, you know, and I could find good spots to set that up. Hey, what's up, man? Check out Flat Earth, buddy.
No, thank you.
Yeah? You too? So yeah. Exactly. She has a dog in her bag. Weird. How strange. 3 hats in a cot. 3 hots in a cot. Sorry. Did I say hats? I did. Yeah, poor dog. He was in like a shopping bag. Like what? It wasn't even like a dog carrying bag. It was like a shopping bag. And she was holding him like a baby. So weird. Yeah. Yeah, you talk about when they like walk by and they just like ignore you, like you're talking right at them. Nope, you don't exist. Not a real person. Yeah, we got some more people coming. City folk, right? Too cool for school. We got a family going that way. Get away from the flat earther. He's crazy. Yeah, that one banner is so tiny. It's a little one. 3.5 feet by 7 feet. Maybe I can make it bigger. Hey guys, heard about flat earth? Earth's actually flat. You live on a flat earth, you don't live on a ball. I hope you know that. But you don't, because you were taught otherwise. It's funny. I mean, at least they're getting a laugh out of it. You know, it's without Tim here. Tim is the guy that cheers me up. Like when people act like jerks, like Tim is the guy who's just like, okay, no problem. You know, and just like rolls off his back, and he puts me in a good mood just being around that guy. Matter of fact, just thinking of that guy puts me in a good mood. Yeah, you really need to sub to Flat Earth Matters. Such a great activism channel. I love her work. She's a wonderful person. Oh, you got the quote, Nikola Tesla. Earth is a realm. It's not a planet. It says, whoops. It is not an object, therefore it has no edge. Earth would be more easily defined as a system environment. Earth is also a machine. And he goes on to say like a Tesla coil and all that stuff. Yeah, it's such a great quote, man. I mean, right there. Plain as day, man. And everybody's like, oh, Nikola Tesla, he's so smart. And then you say flat earth. Oh, flat earth, ridiculous. Well, did you know Nikola Tesla thought the earth was flat? Oh, what? Yep. Good stuff, man. All right. Well, we did hit our 2-hour mark. So I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I didn't get any more conversations here. And I don't want to make this video way too long, and then people are not going to watch it to the end, you know. But yeah, man, dude. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being so awesome and hanging out with me and keeping me company while I was doing this. I might stick around a little longer, but I'm gonna cut the video off here. But yeah, guys, just want to say much love. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night, depending on where in the world you are, where on the realm you are. And yeah, hey Jim, he pops in at the last minute. You're probably watching the whole time.